You rearranged your living room before they got there, not because anything was out of place, because it needed to look like a room that belongs to someone who has it together. You tucked away the version of your home that's actually yours and replaced it with a version that's ready to be watched. Then they knocked, and you opened the door with a smile that was real. You meant it. You wanted to see them. You asked about their day and you cared about the answer. Somewhere between pouring the coffee and laughing at the right moments, a quiet countdown started in the back of your head. Not to something bad, just to the moment you'd hear the door click shut again. The moment the apartment would go back to being just yours. If you know that feeling, you've probably spent years thinking something is wrong with you. But what if the opposite is true? The world has a very specific opinion about people who don't enjoy visitors. They're cold, they're selfish, they don't value connection. Hospitality is treated like a personality test, and if your front door isn't wide open, you must have failed it. But the people who feel this way are often the ones who remembered what drink you like, who noticed you were cold and handed you a blanket without saying a word, who spent the morning making sure you'd walk into a space that feels warm and welcoming. They're not avoiding connection, they're quietly drowning in the effort of providing it. And the real reason behind all of that? Psychology paints a picture most people have never seen. Watch your body the next time someone enters your apartment, not your face. Your face knows the script. Watch your shoulders. Watch the subtle hold in your breath. There's a flinch that happens before your brain even finishes the thought that everything is fine. That flinch isn't anxiety. It's recognition. Your nervous system just registered that something in your territory changed. And the word territory isn't dramatic here. Psychologists have studied this for decades. Your brain treats your home the way an animal treats its den. Every object you placed, every corner you arranged, every pocket of silence you built over time. Your brain cataloged all of it, and it guards it the same way it guards your skin. Your home isn't where you live. It's where you stop pretending. The one room on this planet where no version of you needs to perform. And the moment someone walks through that door, that room changes. You're still standing in your own apartment, but something about it doesn't feel like yours anymore. And that shift, that's just the beginning. Think about the last time you were a guest at someone's place. Your job was simple. Show up, be nice, leave when it feels right. Now think about the last time someone was a guest at yours. Completely different experience. Because when you're the host, you're running a show that nobody sees. You're reading the room like a script. You're tracking silences, scanning body language, calculating whether they need another glass of water or if the conversation is about to hit an awkward wall. You're adjusting your energy to match theirs. You're smiling wider when the mood dips. You're filling pauses before they get uncomfortable. You're performing relaxation while your brain is running logistics in the background. People who pick up on subtle shifts in tone, on half-finished sentences, on the micro-expressions someone makes when they're bored but pretending not to be. Those people are processing the room at twice the speed. They don't get tired because hosting is hard. They get tired because they see everything, and you can't unsee what you've already noticed. That alone would explain the exhaustion. But there's something else going on that cuts even deeper. When you're alone in your home, every signal in the room belongs to you. The temperature, the noise level, the light, even the specific silence between sounds. Your nervous system is tuned to a frequency that matches your own settings. And that frequency is what makes home feel like home. Now someone else is in the room. And suddenly, the frequency isn't yours anymore. Their voice enters at a volume you didn't choose. Their footsteps create a rhythm your body didn't expect. The fridge opens when you didn't open it. A drawer closes that you didn't close. A cushion shifts that you didn't move. None of it is wrong. All of it is unscheduled. And your nervous system treats unscheduled input the way a light sleeper treats noise at 3 in the morning. It never fully relaxes. It stays on alert, monitoring every new signal, waiting for the room to become predictable again. This is why the same person who can spend 4 hours at a crowded bar feels completely drained after 2 hours with a friend on their own couch. The bar was never tuned to them. Nothing was lost. But the couch? That was calibrated space, and someone just retuned it without asking. And if you've ever felt exhausted after a perfectly pleasant visit where nothing went wrong, this is the answer your body has been trying to tell you for years. Here's the part that makes all of this so confusing. After a long day of being out in the world, your brain expects to come home and reset. Home is the charger. It's where your social battery plugs back in. But when the socializing happens inside your home, the charger and the drain become the same place, and your brain can't tell the difference anymore. It's like being exhausted and lying in bed, but the lights are still on, and music is playing. Everything looks like rest. Nothing feels like it. That's what hosting does to people who recharge in solitude. The shape of rest is there. The function is gone. And then comes the part no one talks about, the guilt. Because you're surrounded by people you genuinely love, and somewhere beneath the laughter, you catch yourself counting the minutes until it's over. And that thought scares you. It makes you feel broken. Like the fact that you love someone and still want them to leave means there's a piece of you that's missing, but that piece isn't missing. Those two feelings were never meant to cancel each other out. When all of these pieces fall into place, something inside you goes quiet. Not the bad kind of quiet, the kind where you finally stop arguing with yourself. Because this was never about being a bad friend or a cold person or someone who doesn't care enough. This was about the fact that your home does something for you that most people never have to think about. For some people, home is where they eat and sleep. For you, it's where you become yourself again. Where the performance ends and the breathing gets deeper, and every object in the room sits exactly where you left it. Where no one needs anything from you. Where existing is enough. That's not a quirk. That's your nervous system telling you what it needs. And the people who feel this the strongest are almost always the ones who give the most when others are around. They read every room, they carry every silence, they make sure everyone feels welcome while quietly forgetting to check in with themselves. And when the last guest leaves and the door finally closes, something in their chest lets go. Not because something bad is over, because the room is theirs again. Every sound, every shadow, every breath. And once you understand that about yourself, you stop apologizing for it.